Hi everyone and welcome to Brick Arena. It's been a little while since my last video and I've had several people reaching out to me asking me where I am, what I've been up to and when am I coming back to YouTube. Well, the good news is here I am, I'm back. I've got a little haul video for you coming up in a little while, but first of all I just want to give you a little insight into where I've been and why I haven't been very active lately. Now, I did say in my previous video that I wasn't going to be buying a lot of Lego in the short term because I just have such a backlog of Lego to part out into the Bricklink store, and I've only got a finite amount of space both for storage of the sets and for the parts when I've actually parted them out. Now that process is still in progress essentially, so there's still a big backlog. I have though done a lot of work on my Bricklink store to increase the storage capacity, and I intend to do a Bricklink store tour in a future video. But it's still meant that I haven't been buying very much Lego, and because I haven't been buying very much, I haven't really felt the ability to produce a video and show you what I've been getting, obviously, because what I've been getting is not very much. But there's a little more to it than that as well, because going back as far as the end of September, there was a lot of things happening in my life at the time. My middle son, Luke, got married, so I needed time out for that. That was a great time for the family. And right after that, I went on a road trip of America, right across from New Orleans right across to Charleston. So quite a trip. So I was away for a few weeks doing that. And then when I got back, my younger son, Matty, had moved into a new house and he needed lots of help and assistance getting everything set up in the new house. Now, add to that, having a new boss this year has meant that my work-life balance isn't quite what it was a little while back. But you know, I'm working on that and hopefully I can redress that balance a little bit. Now, on top of that, the Bricklink store is doing pretty well. Especially over the last month, there's just been lots of orders, which has meant that I'm coming home from work after a hard day at the office and then having to pack orders all the time. So, I always want to be customer focused and getting my orders out really quickly. And hopefully, if any of you have purchased from me, then you'll know that I'm always quick to turn over an order. So I've seen lots of deals over the last few months, and I'm sure lots of you have all increased your Lego collections or increased your stock for your Bricklink stores, etc. But I've been very firm in resisting all of the multitude of offers that have come along. And I've done that pretty well, except for the odd minor purchase for my personal collection, until yesterday when I saw a decent deal, which I'll come on to in a little minute, and that was enough to just entice me to make a little purchase for the Bricklink store. Now, I have been making other purchases for the Bricklink store, but not of a Lego kind, so I've been spending quite a bit of money on extra storage capacity. I've managed to buy some used storage units, which are really good. I tend to use the Rayco brand, and they're quite expensive typically, but I was able to come across a lot of the 60 drawer Rayco units, which are normally about £70 a piece, and I managed to get a really good deal on a dozen of those. So I've also been buying a new label printer, and I'd like to do a little review of that in the future for those of you who are running Bricklink stores. And I've got to say, it's really changed my life, to be honest with you. I'm no longer printing out shipping labels onto pieces of paper and folding them and taping them to the parcel. So looks much more professional and is much better. So I really recommend anybody running a Bricklink store to do that, to speed up your process and to look more professional. So what is the future from here on in? Well, I've still got this huge backlog, so I'm still not going to be buying the volumes of Lego I was in the past few years, to be honest. As you can see behind me, I've still got this huge collection of my own to get through and to build, and honestly I've had zero time to build anything over recent months. Everything has gone into the store. So that's also meant I haven't really been buying a lot of the newer sets, and I suppose in a way I sort of lost my way or fell into a dark age of some sort in a way, because I was no longer kind of rushing and striving to get every new set that came out and to make sure that I took advantage of every gift with purchase deal. And Lego helped me with some of that by some ridiculous deals with the various bags and kind of kids' lunch boxes and things like that. I was loving those deals because it meant I was not tempted at all to take advantage of them. But, I was in the new Lego store in Birmingham recently, and, saw some of the newer sets up close, really love the treehouse, etc. And, I do want to get hold of a lot of those sets, but storage is just such a burden at the moment. But I will get back into things, and the store is actually going to be going from strength to strength, so I'm going to be focusing a lot on parting out all of the backlog that I have in the store. And now that I've got the storage units to actually put the parts into, that should go pretty rapidly. So, hope that didn't bore you all too much, but hopefully that gives you a little picture and a little flavour of where I am at the moment. I've got to say one other thing, that when I was ready to come back and ready to start recording some videos, I was going to do some Bricklink kind of tutorials and things like that. And then the whole sort of copper thing exploded on YouTube. And for those of you who haven't heard of this, this was where there was some new legislation from one of the American governing bodies that was basically about to shut down a lot of YouTube channels. They had stipulated some guidelines that YouTube channels had to follow. YouTube themselves had been penalized and had to pay a huge sum of money. So YouTube had changed the method by which you could display your channel. So you had to declare it as either being for adult content or for children. And I know this impacted lots of Lego related YouTubers. Now, I was a little hesitant about what that meant for me, so I've kind of waited a little bit to see how that settled out. And the upshot seems to be that as long as, we're making video content for a general audience and not targeting it at minors, people under the age of 13, then we're fine. And if I look at my own channel analytics, then I can see that the bulk of my viewers are, way beyond 13 years old. So that's good for me, and hopefully that's not going to be a stumbling block for me. So, with all of that said, if you are here for the haul, let's get started with it. I'm going to tell you right up front, it's not by any stretch of the imagination the biggest haul I have ever had, but this is the first item, and this is the Friends Idea set. This is 21319, and I bought this as recent as yesterday. I went shopping with my wife, went to a reasonably local Tesco supermarket, and was surprised to see these on the shelf. So these were in there at £52, and I thought that was a great deal. And my kids have been sort of pestering me, what do I want for Christmas, etc. And this is a set that I really like for myself. So I decided I would buy one of these for a Christmas present from my kids. So I've still got to give it to them. They have to give me the money for it. But this is going to be for Christmas, essentially. Now, I have to say that Tesco had lots and lots of sets on sale, some of them as much as half price. And I had my trolley there and I filled it with tons of sets, to be honest with you. I had lots of hidden side sets. What else did I have? I had some juniors, DC stuff. I had a bunch of stuff in there, and honestly I could have spent, I don't know, £1,000 easily. But you know, it started as I was walking around the shop. It started to eat away at me. Everything I've done over the last few months, trying to cut back, and I've kind of got my storage under control a bit. So I was trying to be good, and then I started to think that Friends set was actually a pretty good part out. When I looked at it, it was a part out of about £175 for a £52 spend. Now, we all know that part out values are a bit hit and miss because they're based on the 6 months average, but still going to be pretty decent. So, the upshot of that is I took all of those hidden side sets back out of the set, because, out of the trolley, sorry, because I figured, you know, those sets at the cheaper prices, every Bricklink seller is picking them up and selling them. So most people are going to have the parts for them. And there's some good parts in there, but I thought, you know, is that the best place to spend the money? So what did I do? I bought some more Friends sets. So I actually picked up, let me see, 6 of these in total. And I was lucky they only had the 6, to be honest. I'm not sure I would have picked up any more than that. As I say, normally, well, one was for myself, and normally I'd always aim to pick up probably 5 sets, maybe 10 sets, depending on the size of the set, to part out into the Bricklink store. So I was really happy with that. I think they'll be really good to part out. There's some really nice parts in there, and hopefully the figures will sell well because they're pretty iconic. So that's the first set. And then, to be honest, over recent weeks there's just been a few odds and sods that I've picked up along the way. So this is 76119, and this is the Batmobile Pursuit of the Joker. Nice little Batmobile in here, and I'm going to give you a little sneak of what's not to come in this whole video, and that is the new Batmobile that was released, the UCS Batmobile. I didn't pick it up. I didn't get the nice little gift with purchase that comes with that. I kind of looked at it and I thought, you know, when am I going to get to build it? Where am I going to put it? And I just didn't bother. I've got to be honest, I kind of regretted it after I didn't buy it, but you know, there we go. I may pick it up in the future, but obviously getting that gift with purchase is going to be a struggle. But I did pick this up. This is 76118, and I picked this up in a local Tesco for £16. By the way, the Batmobile Pursuit of the Joker was, I think, about £18, so not a bad deal at all. Now, I had picked a hidden side set up previously. This is 70418. Not sure what the title is of that. It's some laboratory kind of thing. I do like the look of the hidden side set, so I do intend to pick them up, and I particularly like the school bus, but at the moment the prices are constantly low, so I don't really feel the need to rush out and get them. And if anything, I can imagine I'm only going to get lower and lower. So I'm gonna wait and kind of bide my time with those. Now the next set I got is this. This is 75229, and you might have saw that I picked one of these up in a haul of mine previously. I got one for myself for about £18. But one day I was in John Lewis and saw this on the shelf for £10. So I thought that was a ridiculously good price at £10. So I managed to pick up a few of them, only managed to get 3. Went online and they totally sold out online. So they were available online at £10. So that wasn't a John Lewis specific deal or whatever. I mean a store related deal. It was just £10 online, which was really, really good. Now, what else have I got? Just a bunch of the latest series of minifigures. Series 19, managed to just pick a bunch of those up. At a reduced price of about $2.20, and I think they've come down since then. I think they're like $1.50 now. So that's about 20 of them. I did feel them. Got the majority of the set. Obviously, I haven't opened them then, so I don't know which ones I'm missing. But I did pick those up for myself just to kind of keep on top of having all of the minifigure series. Now, I did say I was in the Birmingham store recently and picked up some things from the Pick-a-Brick there. They had quite a nice Pick-a-Brick wall at the store in Birmingham. Now, I don't have any other stores nearby, so I don't know really how it compares, but there were some nice things in here. Some teal tiles, some black 1x4 tiles, some of these gold sort of window shutters, whatever they are. What else did we have? There were some other 2x2 dark red tiles, some 1x2 white tiles, some, a few nice pieces to be had. I didn't go crazy, I could have gone crazy for the store, but again, managed to hold off. They did have some of these. Now, I remember these being on the Pick-a-Brick a month or two back, and I completely missed them because I don't have a store nearby. This was the last cup I could get out of the tub. They had no more out back, so it was literally the last cup. There's actually a little bit of space in there, but I couldn't even fill it. But I was pleased to pick those up. And the only other things I picked up at the time were a couple of these. These are 40310, and I picked those up just to get me over the threshold so that I could get the Santa 30573 poly bag, just to add to the collection. Wasn't particularly thrilled about it and won't be building it, but I thought, why not? It's always enticing, isn't it, when you're a few pounds away from a free gift with purchase. Now, there were other things that, I think this was just around Black Friday, so there was the Black Friday break and there were some other things. And I have to say, the thing that really tempted me that I didn't get was the Disney train, which they'd had 30% off, which was a great offer. Now, the other thing I've picked up, some of you might know about my love for the Lego clocks. And this one is Woody, and this one normally goes for quite a price. But I was able to pick this one up on eBay for about £14. And my granddaughter at the moment is really into Toy Story, and she really loved that. So I managed to pick that up. Now, that's it for the Lego haul, I'm afraid. As you can see, not enormous, not by standards that I've bought before, but I think these will be a really good part out for the store, and yeah, a few little nice sets for myself as well. So maybe let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see from me in terms of videos, maybe on Bricklink topics for those of you who are Bricklink sellers or even buyers. If you've got any questions about things, let me know and I'll try and answer some of them. I will do a review of the label printer that I got recently, but I'm scratching my head a little bit about what else to bring you guys in this period where I'm not really buying a lot and I'm not sharing a lot of deals. But hope you found the video interesting, if nothing else, but to know what I'm up to at the moment. So give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Anyone who's new to the channel, this isn't indicative of the kind of video that we always see, or well, maybe it is, but usually there's a bit more to share and a bit bigger scale to it. So do stay tuned for more content in the future. But that's it for now. Hope you all have a great Christmas. If I don't speak to you before then, bye for now.